My dad's secret shattered my trust. How do I heal? Trigger warning. Hey Reddit. I'm feeling really lost and betrayed right now, and I need some advice. My dad has always been my role model, the one person I could count on through everything, my depression, health issues, and struggles. He was always there for me, and I truly thought he was the best guy. He's been my rock, my companion in everything, and I never imagined that he could be hiding something like this. A few days ago, I went through his phone for a completely different reason, and I found something that completely broke my trust. There were multiple folders filled with pictures of women, and not just any kind of photos. These were mostly seductive and sexually suggestive photos of women. Some of the folders had names of the women in them, and one of them was titled Jugad. For those who don't know, Jugad is a slang term in my culture that refers to clever shortcuts or tricks, but it's also used in a sexual context, often implying some kind of casual, sneaky hookup or arrangement. So yeah, the folder name alone felt off. But what made it worse was the kind of photos inside, mostly women in seductive poses. But the real gut punch came when I found a folder with photos of my dad's colleague's 23-year-old daughter. These weren't just random pictures, they were photos from family vacations, where our two families have gone together multiple times. My dad had cropped out our family members and kept just pictures of her. It honestly feels like he's been stalking her, like he was focusing on her in a way that doesn't sit right with me. And on top of that, he even had a screenshot of her resume saved in his phone. I'm so disturbed by this, it feels like he's been obsessing over her. I can't get it out of my head. But this isn't the first time I've found something like this. A while ago, when I was doing online school, my dad gave me his old tablet. I didn't think much of it, but when I went through it to use it, I found literal porn photos. I'm talking about hardcore stuff, naked women and explicit images of sex acts. The worst part? It seemed like these weren't just downloaded images, they looked like they were taken by my dad himself. It felt like he was the one in these photos, and that's something I can't even begin to process, especially because this was all while he was still married to my mom. I tried to let it go back then, thinking maybe it was just a mistake or something to forget about, but now with the whole thing with his colleague's daughter, I just can't ignore it anymore. For my entire life, my dad was my companion in everything. I've always felt like he was the one person I could trust above anyone else. But now that this image of him has been shattered, I feel like I don't know him at all. It's like the dad I looked up to is gone, and I'm left with this stranger who's hiding secrets from me. I don't know what to do with all of this. I don't want to confront him, I feel like that would just open up more pain and confusion. I just want to be strong, detach, and move on from this. I want to be a boss focus on myself, and not let this affect my mental space. But I'm so confused about how to move forward without this hanging over me. Has anyone dealt with something like this? How do you cope with a betrayal like this, especially when the person you looked up to most turns out to be someone completely different? How do you detach emotionally and just keep moving forward without letting this wreck you? Thanks for reading, and any advice would really mean a lot to me right now.